Start comment. Beat 'em up action games have always been my favorite genre growing up. If you could say a lifetime of a robot is growing up, and TMNT had many of the best 80s and 90s beat 'em up games. Playing two-player with your friend or brother, nothing beats that feeling. Explanation. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan is a beat 'em up game from Activision that plays similar to the recent TMNT games. It plays like TMNT and TMNT Out of the Shadows. Players get to choose their favorite turtle from the beginning of the level. You can change them midway and kind of need to. But one thing is for sure, every single one of them kicks some serious Foot Clan butt in their own way. The gameplay itself is not an eye-opening new way of playing a game, but it works like the creators wanted, and I cannot find any problems with it. The story is not that hard to get into. In short, Krang and Shredder have created an evil scheme, and the Turtles have to stop them. Pretty standard stuff. The Turtles goes after the mutants that has been released throughout New York, and have to battle Mousers, Foot Clans in different forms, and a few Dimension X fiends will also show up, giving you a bit more work for the battle. The bosses though are the highlights in this game. We haven't seen Bebop and Rocksteady in a while, but now they have both returned in the game and in a new movie. So like I said, this game lets you pick a turtle before the level. You can stick with one turtle all the way through the level, or you can switch the turtle but also stay with the same turtle throughout the level. And they do handle combat differently. Donatello, to me, seems a bit slower, but gives more damage on each attack. Michelangelo is fast, but not that strong. Leonardo is balanced, and Raphael is a brute, but is also pretty balanced. Each turtle has their 4 starter special attacks, but throughout the game you can change them, which lets you customize the attacks that works for you. One example is Turtle Time, which slows down the time and lets you get more damage on the enemy for a few seconds. While others, a special combo attack, which makes you cooperate with a second turtle. It also works as a single attack, of course. Regarding special attacks, always have a healing circle at hand. It will help you a bit under the heavy boss fights. And you also have the items to help you boost your powers during battle. Energy drinks will make you quicker, while pizza gives you health. Pretty normal stuff in these kinds of games. Mutants in Manhattan also gives you a bunch of combo attacks. All moves are executed with the standard attacks and heavy attacks. Like many of the other TMNT games, the environment also gives you interaction. In a way, for example barrels, where you can pick them up and throw them at the enemies, to give a quick execution. The levels are varied. In one level you fight in the city, while in another you go deep into sewers. The gameplay itself might feel repetitive for some. To me it's okay, because this is what I'm used to in a TMNT game. The graphics is pretty awesome. The characters and levels looks just like the comic books it's based off. There are also several difficulty settings, as we should expect. I played through the game on normal level. But one interesting thing I noticed, it might not be the case, but I had the impression that the game gave an extra boss in one of the levels when choosing hard. Correct me if I'm wrong though, but that adds to the experience. End statement. Lastly, I want to add, the online gameplay is the funnest way to play the game. Like I said in the beginning of the review, my nostalgia with the Ninja Turtle games was to play with friends, and since most of players are to find online these days, online is the way to go. Verdict. I had higher hopes for the game, but then again I cannot complain. This is what a Ninja Turtle game is to me, and it always has been. Straightforward beat 'em up, hack and slash type of game. It's not gonna be the game of the year, but it's not gonna be the top flop either. It's a fun game to sit down with a playthrough every now and then, with friends. I give TMNT Mutants in Manhattan 6.5 out of 10. Correction. Statement. Rebooting systems.